Muy buenas noches. Muy buenas noches, primeramente a nuestros expositores, el CEO de Zoped, Menraj Saudet, y a la señorita Diana Morote, directora del Programa Internacional, así como también a todos los participantes, tanto egresados, estudiantes, padres de familia, docentes. Bienvenidos a esta sesión muy importante para todos nosotros. Como ustedes pueden ver en la presentación, son bienvenidos. La Universidad Ricardo Palma les da una cordial bienvenida. Y también, como mantenemos en la parte central, tenemos interés en seguir creciendo como comunidad y es el mensaje que iniciamos. Unidos seguimos creciendo como comunidad URP. Siguiente, por favor. Les doy la más cordial bienvenida en mi calidad de directora de la Oficina Central de Seguimiento del Egresado y Empleabilidad, OXE. En esta oportunidad nos interesa que cada uno de ustedes, y también vamos a tener la grabación de esta sesión para aquellos que no hayan podido ingresar, conozcan oportunidades laborales en este mundo donde el mercado laboral cada vez es global. Es importante también resaltar la participación del CEO de Zoped a nivel mundial. Él es el doctor Menraj Sabdet, y que va a ser una buena oportunidad que tengamos un referente, más aún siendo él especialista en educación internacional y además oportunidades globales. Por otro lado, nuestra universidad está interesada en que se creen espacios de internacionalización como este, para que vean ustedes las oportunidades en las cuales podemos salir de nuestro país, porque el mundo está cada vez más globalizado, ¿no? Entonces ya no solamente es la competencia a nivel nacional, la competencia es a nivel global para poder participar en el mercado laboral y por lo tanto las habilidades y competencias que tenemos que tener pues cada vez tienen que ser mucho más amplias y tener una mente abierta para poder pensar de manera global. Entonces es un gusto, siguiente, tener la participación en este momento de nuestro rector. Él es, nuestra oficina depende del rectorado y nos tiene un saludo.
Familia Ricardo Palmira, talento y empresa de donde su formación se conecta con el mundo real y de esa conexión nacen las oportunidades. Este programa es posible gracias al trabajo de nuestra Oficina Central de Seguimiento del Egresado y Empleabilidad, que día a día conecta a la Universidad Ricardo Palma con el sector empresarial. Gracias a las empresas que nos acompañan. Gracias por confiar en el talento URP. Gracias por venir a buscar aquí a sus próximos profesionales y líderes. Gracias a los expositores. Su experiencia hoy puede ser el plan de carrera de alguien mañana. A nuestros estudiantes, no sean espectadores. Este es su momento. Pregunten, hagan buenas preguntas, llévense contactos. La primera práctica no llega sola, se consigue aquí. A nuestros egresados que ya están dejando huella en el mercado laboral, vuelvan. Este espacio también es para ustedes. Vengan a actualizarse, a conectar, a ser mentores. Y si buscan su siguiente reto, aquí están las empresas que conocen lo que vale un profesional de la URP. La universidad, a través de la OCC, abre la puerta. Cruzarla depende de ustedes. Salgan de esta conferencia con un nombre nuevo en su agenda y con la certeza de que su talento no tiene techo, porque los profesionales URP no esperan oportunidades, las crean. Muchas gracias.
Muy bien. Entonces, es muy grato para nuestra universidad y también para nuestra oficina presentar esta conferencia, GoGoBLAD, Descubre programas de prácticas y ofertas laborales internacionales de Zoped Perú, que va a ser dictado por el expositor Menraj Sache, que es el CEO de Zoped Internships. Él es especialista en educación internacional y programas de intercambio académico. Es gerente de subvenciones de ayuda, liderando proyectos financiados por el Departamento de Estados Unidos. Participó en el programa internacional Tomodachi SoftBank Leadership. Ha ocupado cargos de liderazgo y consultoría en CFHI, Diversity Abroad y Lesson from Abroad. Cuenta con una maestría en filosofía y licenciatura en desarrollo humano y es el fundador y CEO de Zoped. Así que recibámoslo con un fuerte aplauso. Adelante, por favor.
Ah, gracias doctora. Voy a comenzar yo hablando. Como ya la doctora me presentó, yo soy Diana Morote y yo soy la directora de los programas internacionales de Zoped Perú. Y como ya saben, él es el CEO de Zoped, Meraz Ashbet, y el día de hoy él nos va a explicar los programas que tenemos para ofrecerles y lo importante y los beneficios que ustedes pueden obtener a través de estos programas. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I am Diana Morote, the Director of International Programs. Today, the CEO of the company, Meraz Ashbet, he's going to explain us all the programs that we have and all the benefits that we are gonna offer. So, Miraj, welcome.
Thank you so much. Let me share my screen.
Yeah.
Yep,
Muy
perfecto.
bien.
Okay.
Thank
Ride.
you, everyone, for having us today. We're very excited to be part of this presentation. And we're very excited. My name is Menraj Sachdev. Thank you for the wonderful introduction. Today, I am going to be talking about our company here in Lima, in Peru, but I'm also going to be talking about all of our programs that we have all over the world. Okay. Zoped Peru started about 9 years ago. We've been working on a number of different programs for a number of years now. And we've started in certain areas when we began, and now we've expanded to a number of areas. So I'm really excited to explain all those to you today. So who are we? Zoped Peru believes that we're very focused on developing globally minded professionals. We have understood that over the years, it is incredibly important to not only have incredible education at the local level, but also going overseas and learning a new language, having cultural experiences, what that benefit brings back to you when you come back home to Lima, when you come back home to wherever your home country is. It's been really important for us to see all of our candidates from a number of years now that have gone abroad, have either studied in overseas or have done an internship program in USA, and now have come back here to Lima and see how successful they've been. So a big part of us is that we really believe there's a strong bridge between academia and when you go overseas on a training. Okay, so we really want to be that bridge that really takes it from an education standpoint to a practical standpoint. And so that's been really important for us to be that bridge for candidates to go overseas to learn how to use a lot of the theory that they have gone through at school and how to put that into practice in an internship and training program. Okay. One of our biggest programs that we have, and the three major areas that we focus on is hotels, a lot of hospitality programs. Okay. We also have a number of programs in engineering, and then we also have a number of programs in business leadership. Okay. All these programs are very hands-on. Okay. Either in a training standpoint or even in a study standpoint in our master's programs that we have, we're very focused on really building hands-on experience. Okay. So the three major areas that we focus on is hotels, okay, and the various positions underneath there, and I'll go over those details shortly. Then we'll also have business leadership, and then we also have a really high focus on engineering. And engineering is a number of different areas as well, mechanical, civil engineering, IT, software development as well. Okay. So one of our really important things that we've focused on over the years is that when we first began our company a number of years ago, our first program was to the US. Our USA program, which I'll talk to you in more detail in a few minutes, has always been our number one program. Okay. Either an internship training program, and we have a work program as well that I'll share with you. But over the years, we've been really, really also focusing on other programs in Europe. We have some programs in Asia now that we've started in the last couple of years that have been very successful. So for our standpoint, it's been really important to not only focus on the US. I know everybody wants to go to the US. I know that's one of our number one priorities. This is not only for Latin America and Peru, but even in our office from Bali, even from our office from Thailand, even from our team in Philippines, the number one location is the US. But one of the things that's been really important for us is to really diversify and build other programs that we have around the world. And so I'll talk a lot about those in a few minutes. Okay. So one of our first programs that we're talking about today is our hospitality program in France. Okay. This is a training and internship program. Okay. Really high focus on culinary. France has an incredible program for culinary candidates as well as F&B candidates, so food and beverage. Okay. So these are for candidates that are really interested in taking their hospitality experience to a very, very high standard. As you all know, France is one of the top countries in the world when it comes to hospitality. So we're very excited to have this program, which really focuses on candidates that are interested in food and beverage, as well as culinary arts. Okay. This is a program specifically for candidates that are students, okay, that are currently students now. We do have some programs that are for individuals that are finished their university programs, but this program in France is only allowed for candidates that are current students only, okay? Focus, as I said, is in hospitality and hotel management, F&B basically, as well as the culinary program. Okay. Now, another program that I'm very excited about is a program in Mauritius. Now, I don't know how many of you know where Mauritius is. It is a tiny island in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Okay, sorry, I don't have a map to show you right now. It is basically Africa. Then you have a small island called Madagascar next to it. And then you have a tiny little island named Mauritius next to it. Absolutely beautiful. One of my favorite places to be on the planet. Incredible. One of the great things about the program in Mauritius is that this is an internship and training program only for students. If you've recently graduated within the 1 year of graduation, you're more than welcome to participate in this program. One of the great things about this program is that we have positions in every sector: human resources, marketing, engineering, hotel management, culinary program. It is an incredible, wonderful program that we just started recently in the last year or so, and it's gone very, very well. A couple of reasons why it's gone really well. One is the destination. Okay. It's one of those unique places where it's not a place one you might ever know of. Okay. And so you're like, why would I go there? And two, it's one of those things where it's so beautiful and so safe. It's just one of those wonderful locations where you it's you get a really diverse background of customers and people that work there. And one of the things that's really important of all our programs is giving candidates and students access to diverse customers, people that you work with, languages that you will hear. Okay, so of course, USA, you're going to always hear English, right? But there's so many different types of people. You're going to hear Spanish, you're going to hear people speaking French. Um, and it's the same here with Mauritius. Mauritius is a currently independent country, but was colonized for 300 years by the French, and then before that, 300 years from the English. So when you're walking around, I'm walking around and I'm saying bonjour, 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 bonjour to everybody I see. And everybody I'm seeing is people from Europe. It's people from the island of Mauritius itself. It's people from India because the English brought a lot of Indians there. So there's a lot of Indian people that have living there over 100 years. You'll see a lot of people from Africa. So this is one of those unique places on the planet where you have incredible, incredible diversity. And the experience you get is really unique. So this is one of the reasons why I really enjoy this program. And it's not just for hospitality. Some of our programs are very heavily focused on hospitality, like France program. This program, you can go as an engineer, you can go as marketing, you can go human resources, as well as hotel management and culinary programs. Okay. Now for the USA. I'm sure many of you have heard about the program, the J1 program in the USA. Um, this is a very popular program, probably our most popular program. It's done very well over the years. Um, One of the great things about the USA program is that France program, Mauritius program, you have to be a student. One of the really good things about the USA program is that you can be an alumni. So you can technically go to the USA on an internship and training background and visa up to about 35 years old. So if you're a student now and you're not interested, you want to graduate and finish your diploma here in Peru, then you want to work for a couple of years, you can decide to go to USA afterwards. Okay. Or if you've got some colleagues or you have some friends and they're about 30 years old, they can also go to the USA. There's no other program around the world. Australia is very similar in allowing candidates to go a little older, but USA is very unique where candidates we have had that have been accepted and approved their visa up to 35 years old. Okay. Now, when we started our company a number of years ago, we were heavily focused on hospitality, and that's done very well. And in the last couple of years, we've added administration, engineering, and marketing. Okay, and that's done very, very well. Very unique programs. The process is a little bit longer for those because it takes a little bit more interviews. There's a little bit more paperwork. Hotels and culinary program is a little bit more simple. But the administration and marketing engineering program is an excellent addition that we've added the last couple of years. Now, one of the unique things about specifically engineering and STEM basically, so science and technology and engineering, is that if you go after you finish your university and you're a little bit older, your program can be 18 months. Okay. Whereas for hotel management, and if you go as a student, okay, or a new graduate, okay, so you just finished your university diploma up to 1 year, you can only go for 12 months. Okay. So that's one of the new things that have come about is that if you're in science and technology and you're a little bit older and have 1 or 2 years of experience, you can go for 18 months. So that's really unique for these programs. Okay. Now, one thing I do want to tell you is that for the USA program, there is no extension. Okay. For France, there might be able to be extension. For Mauritius, there might be an extension. or switch to a work visa. But for USA, there is no extension. You must leave the country when you're finished and come home, or you can go to Europe or you can go to another location, but you have to leave the country. So that's a very strict rule of the program, and that's something we take very seriously. Okay. So the USA program is, like I said, is the most popular. Um, it does very well. Visas have been getting approved. I know there's been a lot of news about the program and what's happening in the US right now. There's a lot of political conversations that are happening. It's definitely more tricky now than it has been in the past. Okay, full transparency. That's one of the things that's really important to us is that when we talk about our programs, we provide full transparency. Um, and so there have been more visas that have been declined for the US this year versus other years. And that's just something we're all dealing with, but I don't foresee that to always happen. And so I'm experiencing and going to see in the future that visas will get approved more easily in the future. And for all the programs, so that's hotel management, hospitality, um, administration, marketing, and engineering. Okay. 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 So this program here is a very unique program. Um, this is a J1 visa to the USA. Um, Same visa as the previous slide that I was showing you, but this comes under a work visa this comes under a J1 work visa. Okay. So this is for candidates that have finished a teaching diploma and have taught for at least 2 years here in Peru. Um, and this provides a really interesting opportunity for teachers that have been graduated that are working to go to the USA for 3 to 5 years and to teach, not train, not to do intern, but to actual teach in a school environment in the US. Okay. Excuse me. This is one of my favorite programs. I come from an education background. I have taught at a high school level. I have taught preschool level. I've taught at the university level. So when we started this program, I got very excited. I love working in the education sector. And so when we started this program, it was really fun to work with teachers and work with schools in the US. Like I said, it's a 3 to 5 year visa. When you start the process, your visa gets approved for 3 years, and then you can do a 2 year extension. Okay. It's not easy to extend after that. So after 5 years, you are to come back home. Now, one of the good things about this program, which is really unique versus the training, the J1 training and internship program and the other internship programs, with this program, because it's a J1 work visa, you can bring your husband, you can bring your wife, you can bring your child to the USA. The child can attend a school as well. Your partner, your spouse, husband or wife can gets a visa and then they can get work authorization. Okay. So this is a very unique program. Like I said, it's still under the J1 visa, and that's because the J1 visa is a cultural visa. Okay. So that's why this is under a J1. The internship and training program is a J1 internship training cultural program. This is a J1 work cultural program. Okay. So that's why they're also a J1 visa, but it's more of a work visa than instead of a training visa. So this requires the candidate to have already graduated, to already have worked at least 2 years here in Peru as a teacher, as an official teacher, and then they can go to the US. And this visa right here is getting approved, no problem at all. This is a very easy visa right now because there's a huge demand for teachers in the US, especially from Peru, with that speak Spanish, that also speak English, and have a dual education. Okay. 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 Now some other locations that we have. Excuse me. So like I said, we have had incredible success with the US. We have some other programs in France. That's a training program. We also have program to Mauritius, but we also have programs to Spain, Thailand, and Australia. They're all a little different, okay? And I'll quickly go through them, but I won't spend too much time. Spain is basically a study program. So if you're looking to study a master's program, or if you want to do some sort of 1 year diploma program or vocational program, Spain is a very good opportunity. Actually, we also have a training program in Spain right now. I just signed a contract with a new team in Spain in farm work, in livestock, in husbandry work, and farming, and so that's a new area for Spain for Peruvians, which is really exciting. But our main program right now is studying, and this is all fields, so MBA, marketing, graphic design, human development, fashion design, education, bilingual education, you name it, science, technology, everything. We have all programs for Spain. Okay. And one of the great things for Peruvians that once you are in the Spain system for 2 years, you automatically can start applying for permanent residency. Okay. So if you are interested in going abroad and wanting to either move abroad and stay abroad for a long time, Spain is a very good option. Okay. Studying is a very good option. Okay. For a lot of the internship programs, it's not easy to stay and continue on. Most of the internship and training programs, you are to study, you are to intern and train, and then you must leave. Excuse me. But with the study program, it allows you to build your kind of like your residency track record. So if that is something that is interesting to you and something that you're looking for in the future, Spain is a very good option, especially also for both Peruvians and Spanish. You're speaking Spanish, so there's not a major language issue there. Okay. Thailand, we have a couple programs. One is a internship only program for hospitality. And then now we also have a study and internship program with one of the top hospitality and culinary schools and colleges in Thailand. So that's a really exciting program we just started the last 6 months. Um, and Thailand is a great location. It's beautiful, it's safe, it's a lot of fun. We have an office there as well, so there's a lot of support there. Australia is a internship and training program only for hospitality right now. Okay. We haven't worked in other industries yet for training programs in Australia. So right now we have a training program in Australia. It's a 2 year visa. Okay. So it's a 2 year visa with a possibility to extend for a work visa afterwards. Okay. And that's only in hospitality. So that's front desk, food and beverage, and culinary. So it's a 2 year training visa and then possibly a 5 year work visa after that. Okay. So that's a really exciting program as well. Okay. So these are some new locations that we have. So Spain for study, Thailand for study and internship, and Australia only for internship and training program. Okay. And so here's just a small little breakdown of our programs in hospitality and culinary. Okay. Um, Culinary is by far one of the biggest needs in the world. Okay, front desk is also very popular. Food and beverage is very popular, but culinary is by far one of the biggest needs on the planet for in every country. So for training programs of training and study programs, France, United States, Spain, Mauritius, Australia, um, Thailand, all very, very popular right now and very big needs. Okay. And like I said, the three major positions, front desk, food and beverage, and culinary. Okay. For business and engineering, um, it's a little bit smaller scale. So United States, Mauritius, Spain, um, are the main countries right now. We also are starting a study program in Germany that I haven't talked about. That's brand new that we just launched, and that's also only a study program. Um, but that also is a really big and a good possibility for business and engineering. Okay. And business and engineering is a little bit unique because there's so many different positions. We could not put all the positions here and different careers underneath each of these sections. Um, but it's a, it's in a really important area for international experience, for global experience. Not only for language understanding, but different financial analysis, understanding sales and development, and even with engineering, it's the technical aspects and learning from other countries where they're at technological wise. As you know, Germany right now is one of the top countries on the planet for technology. So spending time there studying really will take your CV and your expertise to the next level. So when you come back home, your CV is so strong. Okay. And that's one of the things that we really want to help you guys focus on is how do you build your career? Okay. What is your 5-year plan? What is your 10-year plan? Okay. That's one of the major questions I ask a lot of our candidates when I travel and meet with the students is what are your plans in the future? And that's one of the things that we're really trying to focus on is like, how do we help you build? How do we build your CV? How do we help you build your career? Where do you want to go? Do you want to build it here? Do you want to build it overseas? Um, and we're just here to try to help you in all these areas. Okay. Like I said, Zoped Peru is our starting point, your starting point for all these programs. Our Liam offices is here to help you for a short-term program, for a long-term program. Um, like I said, we have short-term programs if you're interested in going to Thailand for 6 months. We have programs for 18 months if you want to do training in the US in science and technology. Um, we're here to help you. We're here to help you figure out what you want to do, where you want to go, with the paperwork, with the visas, in all capacities. Okay. Okay. And like I said earlier, the benefits in studying and going abroad is there's so many benefits of understanding different aspects of the world, intercultural studies, different languages, um, understanding different sciences, educational differences, food differences when you're learning to cook in a hotel in France, the different ingredients that you would be using. And one of the benefits also is that on these programs, you meet people from all around the world, not only in those countries, but also on our programs. We have our Peru office here, but I'm based in California. We have an office in Bali in Indonesia. We have an office in Thailand. We have an office in India. We have some partners in Philippines. So when you're on a training program in USA and you're at a hotel, there could be 2, 3 Peruvians. There could be 2, 3 candidates from India. There could be 2, 3 candidates from Thailand. There could be 2, 3 candidates from Philippines, and you'd be all together at the same hotel on the same program. So this is a really important component of our program, right? Of course, everything that's listed here, building your CV, building your competitive nature, okay, making you stand out on your CV, having the international experience, okay? All of these things are very important these days in the real world. When I was in university, oh my gosh, a long time ago, we didn't have to do internships. No one talked about internships. Okay. They talked about study abroad. Okay. And they still in the US, they say, yes, you should go study abroad, this and that. But study abroad was more like a fun program where you would go to Europe or you would go somewhere, and the education side of it wasn't really important. Okay. Now, these days, internships is a must. Okay. Either you're here in Peru doing an internship domestically or you go abroad. Okay. It is imperative that you do an internship now. Okay. And that's a new thing the last 10 to 15 years. Okay. But it definitely takes your CV from here to here. Okay. And same with studying. Okay. When you go abroad and study and you do an MBA, okay, all of a sudden now you have a global perspective of your master's of business administration. Okay. Which takes your CV also from here to here. Okay. So when you come back home, you apply for a job, the manager's like, oh, wow, you went to Spain and did a master's program. That's incredible. Tell me about it. Tell me what you learned. Okay. All those things really add up when you are moving ahead, when you're trying to build your career, when you're trying to build new skills. Okay. Okay. So it's really, really important these days. Okay. I studied abroad. Okay. I studied abroad when I was at university. Okay. On a semester program in my third year. And then I left USA and I went to Australia to do my master's, as Dr. Chiok was saying in my presentation. I went to Australia for 5 years to do my master's of philosophy, my MPhil degree. But even during my time in Australia and Sydney, I was in India doing my research. So for 1 year, I was in India doing my research. And then I came back to Australia to finish my dissertation. And then I moved back to the USA to start my business and start my career. Okay. So I have done the company I've started and the company I run, I have done all of it. Okay. And I absolutely love it. Okay. Okay. So here's just a little bit more, just a recap of our programs, our location. Um, and so, and so, yeah, we have a number of destinations around the world. Um, We have a number of different areas and careers that we work with, hotels, business engineering, and then the length of the program. It's actually 6 months. One of our shortest programs is 6 months up to 18 months, depending on the program. And actually, some of our educations are 2 years. Okay. So our training programs are 18 months, but some of our study programs in Spain and Germany are 1 year, some are 2 years, depending on what program you're interested in. Okay. Okay. And that's it. If you have any questions, let us know. I saw a couple people raise their hands. These are our websites. Annie's is not here with us today, our director of recruitment. So you can get her information. Annie's at Zoped Perú, and her phone number is here as well. So sorry she couldn't be with us today, but Diana and I are.
Thank you so much, Parash. Chicos, si desean, pueden, pueden empezar a hacer sus preguntas como gusten, pueden tratar, o si hablan inglés, por favor, y si no, lo pueden hacer en castellano y yo lo puedo traducir. Así que creo que fue la primera, Mayra. No sé si quisieras comentarnos tu pregunta, Mayra. Mirash, Mayra is the first one who's gonna tell us her question. So let's wait a little bit for her.
Okay.
También está Anthony, David Anthony.
David, de repente quieres comentarnos tu pregunta. Chicos, no sean tímidos. Si no es en inglés, es en castellano. Pero esta es la oportunidad.
Buenas noches, te saluda Luis Sánchez.
Buenas noches, Luis. Cuéntame.
Quería saber, yo soy ingeniero civil de la Ricardo Palma y tengo una maestría también en la Ricardo Palma. Pero bueno, yo tengo ya 55 años y quería saber cómo es el costo. Me interesé a ver el tema de España porque no domino mucho el inglés. Me gustaría saber el costo y qué carrera hay de ingeniería, digamos, en mi caso, civil.
Perfect. Miraj, are you there? I
Yeah.
can see you. So Luis asked about the Spain program because he's not into English. So
Okay.
he is 51 years old and he would love to know a little bit more about Spain program, if he has opportunities in civil engineer.
Yeah, yeah. So for the Spain program, the main focus would be, do you want to translate also? The main focus would be a study program. So if he's already done a diploma or bachelor's program here, then he could apply for a master's program.
Also, he told me that he has a master
Okay,
at
okay,
Ricardo Palma. So because
okay.
you mentioned at the beginning, you mentioned that you are gonna open like a type of job for
Yeah, so it
this
would be
is
in
asking.
livestock and we do have it in we do have it. It is very, very new, like this week. So it's very brand new. So I don't have
Okay.
100% of the details, but
Estimado Luis, great, I'm gonna tell him. Estimado Luis, comentarte que sí, vamos a tener, porque ahorita como él comenta es que tenemos como los másters en España, pero sí él está terminando de cerrar el tema de ingeniería civil, pero que solo se aboque a, ya no sería pasantía, sino para que puedas ir a trabajar en España. Y como él comentó en el transcurso de la exposición que una vez que tú entres al sistema de España, pues te puedes quedar allá. Es mucho más fácil porque obviamente tienes estudios, tienes la
Mira,
Universidad Ricardo Palma que te avala, entonces puedes trabajar, ¿no? Pero está me imagino que de aquí a un par de meses, igual te agradecería que nos envíes un mensajito para poder, una vez que tengamos toda la información, podamos enviártela. Yes,
yeah,
Sí,
Mirage.
me
one of
gustaría,
the
gracias.
one of the main things with Spain that I forget the rule, but they have to have finished, I think, within 5 years, their degree.
About that.
They can only participate up to 5 years after they finish their degree.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfecto. Igual comentarte, Luis, que puedes aplicar este tipo de trabajo después dentro de los 5 años que hayas terminado la carrera. Pero igual escríbenos para yo poder mandarte, para nosotros poder enviarte toda la información. Mirage, also, I saw that someone sent you a message. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, can you check the chat? Someone.
There's a lot.
Mayra, es tu oportunidad.
Sí. It's from Joseph Cubas. He's asking how, I have a question. What are the age limits for the program?
Each program has a different age limit. Okay.
Yeah.
So for USA, it's up to about 35 years old. Okay. For Mauritius and France, you have to be a student. So you have to be a current student to participate in the program. So age isn't too much of an issue for those programs. Same with Thailand. If you're going for the study program, age isn't too much of an issue. And even with the study program in Spain, okay, you can apply into your 50s if you want to do a master's program in Spain. So every program is completely different. You'd have to contact us and we can give you some more information about that.
Thank you. Es importante, chicos, decirles que nosotros evaluamos ustedes saben, cada candidato tiene diferentes, vamos a decir, situaciones, entonces nosotros evaluamos y de acuerdo a eso, pues le podemos decir dependiendo de la carrera que lleven, a qué programa ustedes podrían aplicar. Es importante que sepan eso. ¿Por ahí tuvieran otra pregunta? Carlos, buenas noches. Carlos, no te
Buenas
escucho bien.
noches.
Buenas noches.
Les saluda Maiko Kanashiro.
Buenas noches, Michael. Cuéntame,
Yo te
¿deseas
quería hacer una
preguntarle directamente a
consulta.
Mirage o quieres?
No, no hablo inglés, pero me gustaría
No hay problema.
consultarte.
Ujú,
Eh, yo me desenvuelvo acá, bueno, he egresado recién a través del programa de PEL de la Universidad Ricardo Palma. Estoy
ujú,
tramitando mi bachiller,
perfecto.
pero yo me desempeño acá en forma técnica, soy especialista en lo que es instalaciones de pisos estructurados, laminados europeos, pero acá en Perú.
Ujú.
Yo manejo acá un grupo. ¿Hay oportunidad también por esa área técnica o solo tema profesional?
Em, Eso va a depender, pero eh, ¿qué has estudiado? ¿Cuál es tu carrera?
Administración y gerencia.
Bueno, lo que pasa es que te explico. Em, si por A o B tú quisieras ir a Estados Unidos, eh, es importante que ellos piden tu información de la universidad. Entonces podrías aplicar a un J1 como Business and Engineer, que es el nombre del programa. Porque irías a hacer vamos a decir, tus prácticas de tu carrera allá, no porque tú tienes como
Ah,
un
ok,
negocio
ok.
aparte, me indicas, ¿no?
Claro, manejo una
Entonces,
empresa
sí
acá.
podrías, definitivamente podrías tener la experiencia, pero de tu carrera, no de
Ah,
tu
ok,
negocio aparte.
ok, ok. Gracias.
Sí, pero igual si quieres mayor información, yo te invito a que nos envíes un mensajito, nosotros encantados de poderte enviar toda la información completa.
Ya. Y bueno, ahí yo chequeo dónde hay que mandar mensaje. Gracias.
Sí, a usted, gracias. ¿Alguien más que tenga otra pregunta? Chicos, es importante el inglés para poder, bueno, menos en España, ¿no? Pero para poder aplicar a todo este tipo de programas, es importante el inglés. Así que no sean tímidos, este es el momento de que ustedes puedan poner en práctica su inglés y si no, en buena hora, ¿no? Nunca es tarde para poder aprender y este tipo de programas es muy beneficioso para sus carreras, porque es diferente estar en nuestro país y es diferente poner en práctica todo lo que hemos estudiado en otro país, ¿no? El intercambio cultural, aprender el inglés, conocer personas alrededor del mundo, hacer conexiones. Estos programas definitivamente son un gran beneficio, como comentaba Maraj, para ustedes. ¿Alguien más que tenga otra pregunta?
Bueno, creo que ha sido bastante completa la exposición,
Ujú, sí.
Carlos. Ah, Elton.
Elton. Ujú.
Evening, can you hear me?
Yes.
Buenas noches.
Good evening, everyone. My question is regarding civil engineering. Do you offer official master's programs that allow for degree recognition or professional qualifications to practice in Australia? And what agreements do you have with companies in the infrastructure sector for internships or job placement?
Yeah, for civil engineering, right? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah. So for civil engineering, we don't have programs in Australia. Okay. Australia is only for hospitality. Okay. The training program. We could have civil engineering programs to USA. Okay. For 12 months or 18 months, depending when you finished, if you're a student or if you've already completed your degree and you have your diploma already with you. Okay. There might be programs in Spain for civil engineering, but I don't think so. I think it's more mechanical engineering, and more farm work and livestock work. Have you finished a bachelor program career or have you done a master's program here?
Master's program,
You
please.
did a master's in civil engineering?
No. Currently I'm studying.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
studying
great.
your master's.
Perfect.
Okay, yeah. So you would be a perfect candidate to do a program in the USA for 12 months. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Any
In
other question? Yeah,
in
please.
Spain, in Spain is similar. It's the same. 12
Spain, no.
modules.
Spain, we don't have civil engineering program. We have study program. We have a master program in civil engineering, but not a work program or internship program in civil engineering. Not yet.
Okay, thank you very much.
Of course, of course.
¿Alguien más que tenga alguna otra pregunta, chicos? Igual comentarles que si no sean tímidos, pero si por ahí que tienen alguna pregunta y no deciden hablar el día de hoy, pueden enviarnos un mensaje. Les invito a que nos sigan en nuestras redes sociales en Zoped Perú y nosotros encantados de poder enviarles la información, de poder hacer otro Zoom personalmente y poder explicarle a detalle y ver su perfil, cuál es el mejor perfil que se adecua a los programas que tenemos. No sé si tienen por ahí otra pregunta. No importa si es en castellano o en inglés. Yo estoy aquí para poder ayudarlos. Mirage, they send you a message.
Ah,
Can you see? Joseph Cubas.
no, I do not see it.
Do you see it, Mirage?
No.
He say, I need to hold a university degree or a bachelor degree to apply of these programs.
Say that again?
He said like, if he needs to get a university degree or a bachelor degree to apply to all these programs.
So
I think
it's
that
a,
it depends.
it depends. It depends.
Yeah.
It's a little complicated.
Yeah.
So one thing for the USA training program is that you do not need a bachelor or degree. If you have 5 years of experience in one position, so let's say I've worked 5 years as a chef. I've worked 5 years in a culinary role. I automatically qualify for USA training program. Okay, so you do not need a bachelor's or a degree to apply for the USA training program, but you need 5 years of experience. Okay. I did
Como
want
les
to
mencioné,
explain. So go ahead.
ya. Como les mencioné, chicos, o sea, es importante que sepan que cada participante tiene diferente y nosotros diferente perfil y nosotros tenemos que evaluar el perfil y de acuerdo a esto. Para un poquito terminar de comentarte sobre tu pregunta, Joseph, la diferencia entre un trainee y un internship el internship es, vamos a decir, que estás en octavo, noveno ciclo y tú deseas empezar a hacer tu práctica. Entonces eres un internship. Te puedes ir y regresas a seguir estudiando, ¿no? A terminar tus estudios. Cuando es un trainee es la persona que ya acabó la universidad y puede irse también. Esa es la diferencia. Cuando tú eres un internship todavía no tienes el degree ni el bachelor, no tienes la documentación, solamente tienes una constancia que te da la universidad que tú te encuentras estudiando. Y es por eso que esa constancia, ese documento que te pedimos, es lo que nos pide la gubernamentación en el caso de Estados Unidos para poder que tu programa sea admisible. Sí. ¿Alguien más que tenga alguna otra pregunta?
Diana, y en el caso de internship, ¿a partir de qué ciclo pueden participar?
Le comento un poquito. Dependiendo, si es culinary, si es no gastronomía, hospitality, ellos pueden empezar a aplicar a partir del tercer ciclo. Tercer, cuarto ciclo, ellos aplican, se van por un año y tienen que regresar a seguir estudiando. Regresan a seguir, una vez que regresan, siguen estudiando, hacen un ciclo, pueden volver a ir y así. Vamos a decir que ese es el beneficio que te da un internship. Pero cuando es trainee, cuando tú ya acabaste tu carrera y tú decides aplicar ese tipo de programa, te puedes ir. Te vas, pero de ahí tienes que esperar 2 años para volver a aplicar. Estamos hablando solo en el caso de USA.
Ujú.
Entonces, es
Ok,
por eso que siempre decimos que tenemos que evaluar el perfil del participante. Es importante.
sí,
Al- sí, ¿alguien más? ¿Alguna otra pregunta?
no. Bueno, ha estado bastante completo. Este, Dear Menraj, nice to meet you. Thank you
Nice to meet
for your participation. Your presentation was very interesting. You mentioned many opportunities and benefits for our URP community. See? Thank you. We
Thank you for
would,
having me. Appreciate it.
okay. We
Gracias.
would you like to present you with a certificate for your motivation presentation.
Gracias. Thank you.
Martín,
Muchas gracias, doctora Cho, gracias a la universidad y gracias a todos chicos por darse un tiempo de reunirse con nosotros. Lo apreciamos mucho.
¿no? La universidad está interesada en internacionalizar, así que es para nosotros también un gusto el haber organizado este evento. Muy bien, it's for you, Mr. Menraj.
Gracias.
This is
Gracias.
a
Thank you so
certificate that
much.
they are give you for
Participation.
collaborate with this program, Mirage. Thank you so
Thank
much
Thank
for
you.
you.
everything, and thank you for coming.
Gracias. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. It's been wonderful.
Well,
Gracias.
we
Buenas
will
noches.
see you next time.
Next time.
Gracias a todos. Hasta luego.
Ciao, ciao.
Muy bien, siguiente, Martín. Muy bien, para todos nuestros participantes les agradeceremos abrir sus pantallas para una foto grupal. Martín.
Nos animamos por favor a poder encender sus cámaras, sí, por favor, por temas de acreditación, para poder tomar nuestra fotografía.
El certificado, ya, ¿está bien? Ahí está, muy bien. Es interesante y los felicito por participar en esta conferencia. El visitar otros países, el ir a practicar, e ir a estudiar, es una oportunidad para que ustedes puedan, pues, mejorar sus habilidades. Y yo les comento, cuando yo estaba en la primaria, mi profesora nos decía, en este caso estábamos pequeñas todavía, pero nos decía que salir del país es la oportunidad para poder querer más nuestro país. Y no saben ustedes que ya después con el tiempo tenían la oportunidad de ganar esa experiencia. Cuando uno está afuera, realmente no saben cómo quieren nuestro país, nuestra comida, nuestra casa y nuestra cama. Así que hay que salir y regresar. Eso es importante. Muy bien, los felicito nuevamente por participar y veamos, Martín, la fotografía. ¿Listo? Muy bien, agradecemos su participación. Siguiente,
Profesora,
Martín.
disculpe un
Sí,
momento,
sí.
le saludo a su alumno Luis Sánchez.
Ah, pues, ¿qué tal?
Este, yo
Luis.
estuve conduciendo y no pude hacer capturas de digamos, cómo comunicarme con ellos para poder conversar. Ahí me acerco a la universidad la próxima semana para conversar. ¿La doctora?
Sí, claro, claro. Más aún, esta presentación se va a poner en nuestro canal de YouTube para que lo puedan mirar, porque en realidad ha habido bastantes oportunidades para todas las carreras, ¿no? Ya han mencionado más de 5 carreras y creo que es interesante. Para otros programas había visto que para estudiantes, y más aún en el caso de nuestras prácticas, a partir del séptimo. Pero miren ustedes la posibilidad para gastronomía, hotelería de tercer ciclo, salir y regresar, eso está muy interesante, ¿no?
Claro
Muy
que
bien,
sí,
sí, con
muy
mucho
interesante,
gusto.
doctora María, de verdad. Con más ganas a mi hija la voy a llevar a Ricardo Palma a ser ingeniera.
Claro, claro, así es, muy bien, muy bien. Entonces, siguiente, por favor, Martín, el ingeniero que nos ayuda. Muy bien, le solicitamos que colaboren contestando esta pequeña encuesta de satisfacción. En ella también pueden poner ustedes otros temas que quisieran que toquemos para que podamos organizar. Bueno, ya vamos a empezar las clases, así que nuestro programa va a continuar. Septiembre y octubre vamos a tener nuestras dos líneas. Una es desarrollo de talento y la otra es innovación y empresa, ¿no? Entonces, todo lo que sea emprendimiento, empresas, marca empresarial, igual también vamos a tener en consideración. ¿Está bien? Así que, por favor, los invito a completar nuestra encuesta de satisfacción.
Gracias.
Ingeniero, si fuera tan amable de poner también en el chat el enlace para que le facilite a nuestros participantes llenar la encuesta. Y en el chat poner el enlace, por favor. También aprovecho para comentar, y más aún, como usted lo ha mencionado, hay un beneficio para nuestros egresados, ¿no? Tienen descuentos para matricular a sus hijos. Si es uno, dos o tres, tienen también un descuento. Así que ese es algo importante para todos nuestros egresados y para los que son estudiantes, pues cuando les toque el momento en el cual tener sus hijos, ¿no? Entonces tienen un descuento por ser egresados de la universidad. Y por supuesto, para aquellos que no son egresados de la universidad, también hay un descuento si tienen uno o dos hijos, ¿no? Ok, muy bien. Siguiente, por favor. Muy bien. Aquí tenemos un QR en el cual les invitamos a que ustedes participen en nuestro grupo de conferencias y eventos, de tal manera que directamente les hagamos llegar pues nuestras invitaciones, que como ya les comenté, van a empezar en septiembre y octubre.
Doctora, una pregunta.
Diga,
En la encuesta dice, al final dice código.
no, si es que no se acuerda el código, le pone no, no recuerdo nada más.
¿Cuál es el código? O sea, el código que de ingreso de estudiante, ¿eso se refiere?
Sí, así es, al código de estudiante. Pero si no se
Ah,
acuerda, ponga no recuerdo nada más.
creo que hasta ahora me acuerdo. 88 16 018.
Ok, está bien, está bien. Buena memoria. Muy bien, siguiente, por favor, ingeniero. Muy bien. Para aquellos que necesiten, pues, tener la asistencia a nuestra conferencia, que es válido para su proceso de egresado, ah, por favor, el QR y también el enlace para dar las facilidades. Sí, ahorita vuelven a poner el QR. Ahí está. Ahí está el QR y para aquellos que están en su teléfono, les ponen el enlace. Muy bien. Bueno, entonces no nos queda más que agradecer su participación, que estén ustedes convencidos que la Universidad Ricardo Palma, a través de nuestra oficina, pues quiere darle todas las oportunidades, ya sea a nivel nacional o a nivel internacional, según el interés de cada uno de ustedes, para que desarrollen sus habilidades profesionales y personales, ¿no? Cada vez que ustedes van a trabajar, por supuesto que desarrollan también sus habilidades personales. Así que muchísimas gracias por participar y nos estamos viendo en una próxima oportunidad que le vamos a hacer llegar directamente y si no por nuestras redes sociales y nuestros enlaces, nuestra página web también les hacemos llegar si es que no se han inscrito en nuestro WhatsApp de conferencias y eventos. Entonces, muchísimas gracias por su asistencia. Tiene nuestro correo oxe@urp.edu.pe y nuestro celular, que también es WhatsApp, 949-177-391. Así que, con mucho gusto de atenderlos. Bueno, hasta la próxima. Buenas noches.
Buenas noches,
Gracias.
doctor.
Gracias.
Gracias.